YouTube. I'm back after taking a long weekend, which was really weird after doing videos every day for like days and days and days. I was getting kind of worried because I just was running out of things to say, I felt like, which is a crazy thing to me because I never fucking shut up, so I definitely don't run out of things to say. Just a lot of the stuff I say isn't really video material. But I'm going to definitely stick with doing this as much as I can. Obviously, every day is not going to work out. I had a weird scheduling situation last weekend that isn't normally a thing, but I ended up working till 9 the one night and then 8 a.m. the next day, and theoretically I should have been able to make a video that night, but I just was so worn out and so stressed out because I had to get up early the next morning so I could ride my bike to work, and then I was working for 8.5 hours, and I was just like, I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy, and I just want to get to sleep. And then I did not get to sleep. I couldn't fucking fall asleep. I was so pissed because I came home, I had dinner, I got ready for bed, and I went to bed, and I could not sleep. And that's the worst. That's the worst thing when you know you have to get up, but you can't fall asleep. And so I ended up going into work the next day with like 5 hours of sleep. And suffering. I just suffered the whole time. It was awful. It was weird. We had a power outage that morning. We had a power outage in the area the night before, and then when I came into work, we were on, generator power. So for the first 2 hours and 15 minutes of my shift, I only had one working computer, for work, which, because I work in a store, and I work mixing paint. I won't really say where because obviously I don't want to have to deal with anything like that, because it gets complicated when you try to talk about where you work in specifics. Companies do not like that, but I mix paint, and we have 2 computers for that job, and only one of them was working. And fortunately it wasn't busy at the time, but it just kind of sucked because I couldn't do things as easily as if I had the extra machine working. But yeah, it was a weird morning, and I was just like dead tired, and it was dark in the store. We only had, like I said, generator power, which meant each aisle had one light, and it wasn't even a full light. It was like one long bulb in one light. And then that was every aisle. And then one of my displays had power for some reason. I don't know why that display got power. It was really dumb, in my personal opinion. I'd rather that power go to my fucking computer so I could actually help people. But yeah, so it was weird, and I was just tired the whole day. And then I got off work, and I had to ride my fucking bike back home, which I don't actually mind anymore. Okay, I was worried about it at first. I don't like the route. Sometimes it's a little stressful because it's like people don't care about bikers on the road. Like, nobody gives a shit if they hit you. People do not care if you're there. It's not safe, and it's a huge problem, and it's frustrating because really Illinois, where I live, has really stupid fucking laws about biking. It's so dumb. Legally, as an adult, you are not allowed to ride a fucking bike on the sidewalk. A bike path, yes, if there is a bike path, you are welcome to bike on that bike path. But if it's a sidewalk, which fucking whatever, how do you define the difference is one just wider? Is it like made out of pavement? What exactly is the difference between a bike path and a sidewalk? Because there are definitely some like areas that like appear to be bike paths and not sidewalks on my route, and like I don't actually fucking follow that law. Like, come and arrest me. Like, I don't care. I have to ride my bike to work at 25. If you're gonna arrest me for riding on the sidewalk, you really have better things to be doing. I don't even care anymore. Like, please stop me. Do I give a fuck? No, it's stupid. It's literally a law. It is literally a law that adults are not supposed to ride bikes on the sidewalk. You're supposed to ride in the street if you're over 18. And so I have to ride on the street a lot of places, even when there would be a safer option, which would be a sidewalk, I'm not fucking allowed to. I'm supposed to be on the road, even though drivers do not give a shit about me. Like, I have come, like, within inches of being fucking hit with my arm by semi-trucks that just blaze past and do not give a shit about you being there. It is so frustrating. Wow, I'm mad. Wow, I got mad there. I was pissed. I mean, I should be. I should be pissed. I should be worried about my safety. I mean, it's, but in general, like, other than, like, those couple things, the trip isn't bad, and I enjoy riding my bike. I always have, and I recently got a nice bike seat, so it's not uncomfortable as a woman to sit on a bike anymore, which, if you're a guy and you don't know this, bike seats are not made for women. They're made for guys, which seems weird, but they are, and it's painful a lot of times for women to ride bikes for a long period of time, which is why there's specialty seats and different, like, seat cushions for women. Which I got a specialty seat, which is really nice. So it's not bad. The bike riding part is not bad. It's all the stupid extra shit. But it's frustrating because riding into work, it's mostly uphill from where I am to my job. And so that's a pain in the ass just because it's oftentimes like when I have AM shifts, it's just like exhausting. I'm tired. I wake up tired. I'm tired for 4 hours after I wake up, and then after that I have an hour of awakeness, and then I'm tired again, which is not healthy, and I know, and I'm trying to fix that. And not all the time. Sometimes I'm fine, but like it's very, very wishy-washy on whether I'm awake or not half the time. But so I wake up and I'm like tired, and I'm like dragging like the dead carcass of myself around trying to get to fucking work on time, and then I have an uphill trip, and then I get there, and usually I wake up at work at some point. Usually I wake up and I function and I'm fine because I'm an adult and a professional. Like, I have to be a professional, so I am, even though it's exhausting. But yeah, and then you do that whole thing for a day, and you're on your feet all fucking day, and then I have to get back on my fucking bike and ride all the way home, which is mostly okay because since it's uphill there, it's downhill back, but it's still a 2-mile biking after just being on my feet for 8.5 hours, which sucks. Like, I don't look forward to it. So yeah, it was a weird couple of days, and fortunately most of my upcoming shifts are all night shifts, which aren't bad because I'm usually awake, like actually awake. Like, I wake up in the morning, I do. I make myself get up, I make myself like have breakfast and do something, and then I sit on my computer and just cry in misery of like being so damn tired for no fucking reason all of the time. And then I go to work, and that's okay, and then I'm up. Because for whatever reason, no matter what's going on, no matter when I woke up in the morning, whatever, 5 o'clock hits and I'm always fucking awake. Because I should be in a different time zone or some bullshit like that. Like, I shouldn't be here wherever I am. Like, in Illinois, Central Time is not for me. I should be on some other time and just, like, have a normal sleep schedule somewhere else. But who knows? I probably would move somewhere and then I would readjust to an even shittier time or whatever. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a tangent, but I think I was mostly talking about just my weird, irritating weekend and my irritation with my bike situation. But, yeah, so that's pretty much everything I've got tonight. And I'm gonna be back the rest of the week making videos again because I feel so much better about myself when I do them. And I like doing this. It feels kind of therapeutic. It feels kind of nice to just talk, and it doesn't really matter entirely if anyone's listening, but if anyone is, maybe someone out there relates to this, and it's like, hey, there's a person who's experiencing the same garbage shit I have to deal with, and then there's camaraderie, which is always nice. But yeah, I hope everybody had a nice weekend, and I will see you guys tomorrow.